however much your scientific materialism and the memorization of the tenets of scientific materialism might inform you about the world and about history and allows you to manipulate those parts when and where you need them to gain power, it does not inform you at all about what underlies that. Okay? It doesn't inform you how to operate in reality prime when you believe reality prime and the false reality are indistinguishable and you have memorized every part of the false reality and included in your thinking. And so that is a problem with a lot of that thought. And it's a fatal problem to the extent that that part remains. And so it's very important to recognize these things again as they play out in the world. Now, a lot of people think that Trump disappeared, and we've been shown a television show about Donald Trump where Donald Trump is also a character for these last 4 years. And that's entirely possible. Donald Trump, whatever Donald Trump is taking control. And that's going to go one of two ways. And if it goes the tech utopian way, that might be the bad way. And maybe I'll just show this now. I thought I was going to have to save this, but it actually kind of came up naturally. This is what the face of, and I'm not going to say anything like founder or controller or any of that, just the face. Okay. Elon Musk is the face of Twitter, the face of Tesla, the face of SpaceX. He is their public comms person. Okay. The idea that Elon Musk is actually controlling all of these things and doing everything else he's doing is preposterous. As preposterous as the idea that Elon Musk bought the most effective information weapon in the history of the world for $44 billion from billionaires who used it to control the world and make those billions. Doesn't make any sense at all. And we should stop pretending there's any chance that's true. And people are like, okay, well, that's a little too far. Now you're asking me to just believe in this other reality. Yes, I'm asking you to stop believing in the false reality construct that explains this fact about reality prime and understand through obvious and irrefutable logical deduction that it's not possible to buy the most powerful information weapon in the history of the world for $44 billion from billionaires who use it to control markets and make themselves billionaires and overthrow countries. I don't mean to be forceful about this because I understand that you guys are probably getting this, or maybe you got it way before me. Okay. But man, oh man, everything just gets dumber. Sam Altman said 2 days ago on X, formerly Twitter, I always wanted to write a 6-word story. Here it is. Near the singularity, unclear which side. Near the singularity, unclear which side. This is what I have talked about extensively many times. There is a train running through a canyon in the Old West. And there are the black hats and the white hats, right? I mean, this is how it is in Westerns. I'm not saying anything else other than that, although it's the same thing. So whatever. Except when you get into Freemasonry and then it's different. And maybe that's a problem, but everybody pretends it's not. So they're running down the sides of the canyon and they're both going to attempt to rob the train at the same time as the train speeds through the canyon. That's what we're dealing with right now. And that's what he's talking about too. Okay. Near the singularity, unclear which side. The false reality is breaking. It's either breaking or it's not breaking, but it is breaking. And at some point, people are just going to believe one story or believe the other story. And you could call that, because the story ultimately is the Jesus one. People will perceive it as the return of the Messiah. And of course, there's a Zionist movement that is attempting to bring this on in the fakest way ever. Probably as a grand show to confuse people about what's actually happening. the false reality is breaking down. Okay. And at some point, people are going to go one way or the other. And it will be, so we're already over a majority. I've been saying this for 4 years. We've always been a majority, always. It's a matter of whether or not people will realize the ultimate truth and admit it, so that other people can understand it. Oh, there are other people who believe like me. I'm not crazy. Okay. When that thing happens, there's going to be some moment, and then whatever 20, 30, 40% people think it's going to be between 94 and 96% overall go one direction. That will just happen. All of the people who ride the fence and are unwilling to speak up, cannot think for themselves, at one moment, they go one direction. Okay. That's what he's talking about. Everybody reaches the train, and either the black hats rob the train by killing all the white hats rob the train by killing all the black hats. And you don't have to get them all, right? Maybe some of them escape. Who cares? Well, it's not good that any of them escape, of course, but that's just how it's going to be, of course, because this isn't about killing. It's about belief. And that's going to be the moment. And either everyone will fall for the bullshit and get back on the same page with the central narrative, or they will have left it forever. Okay. So that's what we are striving for. And it doesn't have anything to do with politics. It's about public understanding. These things are happening no matter what. And the public's belief one way or the other is going to dictate what the reality to follow is. Do we exist on the reality prime layer? Or do we exist forever in that false reality? Because in that false reality is the complete end of human liberty and probably the end of free thought for a very long time.